here. So what is Yoga Nidra? If you've never done this before, there's a couple of new people in class tonight. If you've never meditated before, I'm glad you're here because this is great for a great way to start your practice, your meditation practice. So first of all, Yoga Nidra means yogic sleep. So you don't have to actually fall asleep like some people do, but the point is not to make you feel like that you're asleep or to make you fall asleep. Although you know what? It's very common. The point is to get you very, very relaxed. But you are still completely alert with your mind. So I'm not trying to put you into a trance or anything like that. So let's just start right there. It is relaxing for your body and it's a great thing and it's great for beginners. There's because there's very little periods of silence. Now, of course, I say that. And there is a section in our practice today. It's called the counted down breath. It's where we start from the number 27 down towards zero. And I ask you to breathe in, breathe out, and count your breath downward towards zero. And I give you a few moments to work towards that goal. But I'll go into a little bit more detail when we get to that part. So I'm going to walk you through a series of steps. And for this class, it's probably the same every time. So again, like I mentioned before, if you like this meditation, if you like this Yoga Nidra practice, you could go up onto the Facebook account and go into the search function and search the word Yoga Nidra. You'll find a variety of instructors, variety of links to practice with. We also have it there on our SoundCloud account. So first, we're going to be doing some centering and breathing together. And then second, we'll set some intentions, or what I like to call setting themes. And there's 3 parts to that intention theme setting. And I'll go through every step. And then third, we'll do what's called a rotation of consciousness. It's also called a body scan. You've probably heard it called a body scan before. And that just means we're going to pay attention to different places in our body. We'll come back to the breath. We'll do some what I call opposites and contrasts. We'll come back to our intention setting, our breathing, and then I'll get you regrounded so you go on with the rest of your day. Now, again, you may be one of these that like to use the practice for going to sleep. That's okay. You don't have to come back on camera. You don't have to come back and say bye to me. Just know you can still be in your restful position if you so choose so. So, if you're the kind of person who has challenges sleeping, challenges with anxiety, restlessness, concentration, or any of that kind of PTS type of thing, these kinds of meditations have been clinically proven to be really helpful in conjunction with you and your therapy and your medications and your yoga classes and all the other things that you're doing for yourself. So this is probably how I'll sound in the class. If you need to adjust your volume, please do so. And I invite you to get comfortable. Now, that might be laying on the floor on a yoga mat, on your bed, maybe comfortably on a couch or a chair. And if you're laying flat on your back, what I like to do is take either a big towel or one of my pillows and stuff it underneath the back side of my knees because I have very tight hips, a lot of back pain. So that just kind of allows my backside of my body just to release and relax, let go. You might also need something at the back of the head, the back of the shoulders. So again, you're going to go for what's comforting for you. Also like to tell folks, grab that blanket because when we work towards being still, that, allows us to kind of settle down and it lowers our blood pressure and your heart rate, which that can make you feel slightly colder. It's not bad. It just can be distracting. So if you're really trying to work towards being more relaxed, get that blanket cover up. So before we close our eyes, or if your eyes are closed, maybe open them one more time and just kind of notice the room that you're in. Notice all the objects in the room, the shapes, the colors. And then notice if you can hear anything besides the sound of my voice. Maybe you hear a clock ticking or a leaf blower. And then start to bring your awareness instead of on everything around you and outside of you. Let's shift that attention instead to your inner landscape. And I invite you to slowly close your eyes or gaze softly. Now, what I'll do sometimes is I'll take a little hand towel and just cover up my eyes. That just helps me make sure no little light kind of seeps in. So, with the closing of the eyes or softly gazing, just notice the surface beneath you. Feel that contact with your body, with the surface beneath you. Maybe you can notice the texture of the floor or the couch or the bed. And let's identify all the places of your body that are touching what supports. Just kind of notice that sensation of support and pressure there. And then let's bring your attention to the places of your body that are moving as you are breathing. So just notice when you breathe in, maybe the belly and the chest rises. And as you exhale, the belly and the chest just kind of reverses that direction. Just notice, what does it feel like to inhale? And what does it feel like to exhale? And then we'll do what's called an extended exhale breath. That's where when we breathe in, the belly gets big for about a count of 4. And then we'll pause for a moment. And then as we exhale, we really kind of draw the belly button towards the spine. We extend that breath by a count or so. You don't try to force it or anything. If it feels weird, just go back to your normal breath. And so we'll practice that together about 2 to 3 times. What I'll do is clap my hands for a count of 4. As we breathe in, I'll encourage you to breathe with that belly getting big. And then we'll exhale to a count of 5. And then again, just kind of contract the belly button towards your backside of your body. And, that's an option if you're willing to try that. So let's do that. Okay. So let's prepare. Let's breathe in to a count of 4, belly big. Then we pause just for a moment and then slowly, slowly exhale. Breathe out. Again, breathe in, belly and chest get big. And slowly, slowly breathe out. One more time. Here we go. Belly big, breathe in. And slowly out. Very good. Beautiful. Go back to your normal breath. So the extended exhale breath is one of these that will lower your blood pressure and also lessen your heart rate. So if you're getting your blood pressure taken, quickly just think about counting internally to a count of 4 and expanding that belly, and then drag out the exhale, maybe a count of 5 or 6, and just repeat that process. If you're one of these that have a little bit of high blood pressure, just try to see if that will lower that blood pressure. All right. Next, we'll set some intentions, what I like to call themes, also called resolutions. And there's 3 parts to that, like I mentioned before. Let me walk you through each part one at a time. The first is to bring to mind that your heartfelt desire. Bring to mind what you truly want in life. So it could be anything. Maybe you want to feel healthy and well. Maybe you wish to be a non-smoker or to feel peaceful. So whatever that is you want for yourself, for your life. Let's imagine as if it were already true. And then let's set our theme for this specific practice for the next 30 minutes or so. So, what do you wish to commit to? Maybe you just want to stay awake. Maybe you want to fall asleep. Again, let's sense as if it were already true. And so, what would that feel like in your body and in your mind? So, maybe it's something like, I am calm. I am peaceful. For me, because I have chronic daily pain, I typically use my theme as I am pain free. Again, something you want for yourself in your life as if it were already true. And let's repeat that theme, that intention, either one of the ones I mentioned earlier or your own intention, mentally, silently to yourself 3 times. And I'll do that soft hand clap to a count of 10. And again, let's repeat that silently, mentally. And I'll pause here for a moment. Here we go. Beautiful. And then finally, let's bring to mind your inner resource. So the inner resource is like a sanctuary inside your mind. It's a place, maybe a memory, it could be a fantasy. You don't really have to search your memory of somewhere or something, or maybe someone that makes you feel peaceful, safe, and secure. So maybe it's a time in your life or a certain person or a pet. Maybe it's somewhere you've never been to, but maybe it's a fantasy, a painting of a fantasy world that has all your favorite features and colors and weather. Any of this will do. So for me, I imagine I'm on the Continental Divide in the state of Colorado, got my backpack gear on, and I'm looking out over the mountains horizon. So that's to me is very safe, secure, and peaceful. So that's something I can call up at any time when I want to feel well, peaceful, or safe. And again, it's something that lives inside of you that you can use as a tool when you want to feel peaceful, safe, and well. Okay, good. And next, we'll practice that body scan portion of the class. So, a lot of folks, this is where they typically fall asleep, is when we're doing this body scan. Or if they have a song that keeps repeating in their brain or thoughts, repetitive thoughts, this often, because of the mechanism of how we're doing this, we have to shift our attention to the place of our body that I mentioned. We imagine that place and then we repeat it internally, mentally, silently. Again, sometimes you can get distracted. Maybe you hear a noise outside the room, a dog barking. It's best not to judge yourself. It's completely normal to like your thoughts to not be concentrated. It's just our brain doing what the brain's designed to do. So, you know what? Just acknowledge it and gently guide your attention back to what we're doing. Maybe even if you have to do this 5 or 6 times. So it's okay. So we'll begin. Let's bring all of our attention, all of our awareness to our right hand thumb. So again, mentally shift your attention to your right hand thumb, say internally right hand thumb, and then imagine right hand thumb. Now, we're not going to stay on this place of our body for very long because we'll shift to other places in our body once we begin this scan. Okay, so here we go. Let's bring all of that attention, all of your awareness to your right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, right pinky finger, palm of the right hand, top of the right hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, right upper arm, shoulder, right armpit, right side chest, right side waist, right hip points. Again, bring all of your attention, all of your awareness to your right upper leg, knee, shin, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, right pinky toe. Let's just become aware of the whole right side of your body. Let's just bring it together as best as you can. Notice all the sensations throughout the right side of the body all at the same time. And just kind of notice is that if that's difficult without judging yourself, trying to force it. Again, the entire right side of the body. Good. Let's let go of that. Now, let's shift all of our attention over to the left side of our body. Let's start with the left hand thumb. Again, think about that left hand thumb, imagine it, repeat it in your brain. Again, the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, left pinky finger, left palm of the hand, top of the left hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left armpit, left side chest, left side waist, left hip points. Again, bring all of your attention, all of your awareness to the left upper leg, knee, shin, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, left pinky toe. Let's just then become aware of the whole left side of your body. Together, as best we can, let's just notice all the sensations happening on that left side of your body. Just notice that all at the same time. Again, we're just kind of noticing if that's difficult without judging yourself or trying to force it. Good. Let's let go of that. Let's shift our attention from that left side of your body to the back side of your body, starting with the back of the head, the back of the neck, right shoulder, left shoulder, the upper back, the mid back, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right hip, left hip, the low back. Again, let's bring all of your attention, all of your awareness throughout the entire length of your spine. Good. The back of the right leg, the back of the left leg, right calf, left calf, right ankle, left ankle. Let's become aware of the entire backside of our body. Just notice what you can notice here. Maybe you feel the sensation of support from the surface beneath you, feeling that pressure sensation. Notice if you can notice the entire backside of your body all at the same time. And again, try not to judge yourself if that's too difficult. Try not to force it. Good. And let's let go of that. Wonderful. From the back side of our body, let's shift all of our attention to the front places of our body, starting with the top of your head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, the very tip, the very top of your nose, and then the very tip of your nose. Right nostril, left nostril. Right cheekbone, left cheekbone. Upper lip, lower lip. The lips softly together. Chin, jawline. The front of the neck. The hollow at the throat center. Right collarbone, left collarbone. Right chest, left chest. Right lower rib cage, left lower rib cage. The heart center. Upper abdominals, the navel center, lower abdominals, the pelvic floor, once again, the right hip, the left hip, the top side of the right arm, the top side of the left arm, the top places of the right leg, the top places of the left leg. Let's notice the entire front side of our body. Notice the blanket across your body, the warmth of the blanket. Notice the air coming across the skin. Notice maybe the sensation of feeling lighter in the front places of the body when contrasted with the back places of the body. And then notice if you can notice the entire body together. Notice if you can sense any kind type of sensation throughout your whole body, all at the same time. Good. And next, we'll be doing our counted down breath. So just allow your awareness to shift down to your navel center. After that, we're going to, again, bring our attention to one of four places. And we're going to count our breath starting from the number 27. We're going to count towards 0. So it's something like breathing in 27, breathing out 27. Or maybe it's something as simple as inhale 26, exhale 26. Or it could be even simpler. In 25, out 25, and so on and so forth. If you forget where you're counting, which happens to me, just start over. Just start with a number and count. I'll stop you at some point in time, and then we'll shift to the next place of concentration. That'll be about a 45-second to a minute or so of moments for you to count down your breath at each place. So when you're ready, with all of your attention at your navel center, I invite you to start counting down from the number 27, starting now. Good. I invite you to stop right there. Let's shift our attention now from the navel center to our heart center. Once again, I invite you to count down from the number 27 towards 0, starting now. Good, good. You can stop right there. And now I invite you to shift your attention from your heart center to your throat center. Once again, with each breath from the number 27, counting down towards 0, starting now. Good. I invite you to stop right there. And lastly, we'll move from our throat center to the tips of our nostrils. Bring all of your attention to the tips of your nostrils. We'll do that inhale and exhale breath, counting down from the number 27, starting now. Good. I invite you to stop right there. Next will be comparing and contrasts and opposites. So I invite you to allow into your awareness the sensations of feeling very heavy and dense in your body. Just noticing any sense of heaviness or denseness in your body. Just really very heavy and very dense. So, what does that heaviness feel like? Just feeling very heavy. And then I invite you to notice any sensation of feeling very light and buoyant in the body, feeling very weightless and buoyant. So, what does that feeling of weightlessness feel like? Just feeling very light, feeling very buoyant. Then I'll invite you to come back to feeling very heavy and dense. Just noticing what it feels like to feel very heavy and weighted. And then coming back to feeling very light and buoyant. And then returning to feeling very heavy and dense. And then back to feeling very light and buoyant once again. And now I invite you just to allow into your awareness all the sensations of feeling very dense and heavy, and feeling very light and buoyant all at the same time. Good. Now, I invite you to notice the sensations of feeling very warm in the body. Just notice any sensations that warmth or heat in the body. Just feeling the warmth and heat. What does that warmth feel like? Just feeling very warm and heated. And then I invite you to notice those sensations of feeling very cool or chilled in the body. Just noticing a sensation of coolness. Just notice any sensations of feeling very cool in the body. And now I invite you to come back to feeling any sense of warmth or heat in the body. Just feeling very, very warm. And then returning, coming back to any sense of cool in the body. And then lastly, I invite you to see if you can allow into that awareness of yours all the sensations of feeling very warm and very cool at the same time. Let's just come back and bring a little bit of awareness back to the breath. We're not changing our breath in any way, just noticing what it feels like here to relax here and breathe. Maybe it feels different than when we started class, and that's okay. Maybe it doesn't feel different, and that's okay too. Let's just notice where you feel the most movement as you breathe in and as you exhale. Good. Let's continue our contrasts and opposites. Let's imagine feeling lethargic and tired from lack of sleep. Feel this achy tiredness in your bones, body, and brain when you just can't muster the strength for one more thing. Now, let's imagine feeling completely rested. You have enough energy to face each day with grace and ease. You have slept well and are electrically alive in each vibrating fiber of your being. Let's continue. Let's awaken the sensation of dryness in the body. So remember the feeling of dryness on the skin. Your clothes are dry, your hair is dry, your whole body is dry. Perhaps that feeling of dryness permeates into your body as a sensation of dehydration. The body is dry, the whole body is dry. Now, let's awaken the experience of moisture in the body, the experience of moisture and wetness. Let's imagine water on the fingertips. What would that feel like? Remember the feeling you have when you're in the bath surrounded by water. Imagine the wetness moving into the body as a sensation of internal hydration. The body is wet, the whole body wet. Let's work with a few more. So, what happens when you feel blocked? Remember the last time you were stuck in traffic, when your sinuses were blocked by cold or your energy blocked by an injury, when someone happened to impede your progress forward. So, without dwelling on the details, let's focus on the sensation of being either physically, energetically, or emotionally blocked. Now, how does it feel to be in the flow? Again, let's imagine water flowing smoothly around rocks, that gentle feel of wind flowing through your hair, a time when you could easily take steps forward on your path and everything seemed to be in flow. Let's look at new versus familiar. So let's embody a feeling of newness. Do new things bring with them feelings of fear or of excitement? How often do you engage in new things, people, places, and projects? Feel newness. Now, embody a feeling of the familiar, your common familiar surroundings, your belongings, friends, family, and those places you visit every week. Does the familiar feel safe to you or does it feel old? Feel familiarity. And make sure you're not sleeping. Just say to yourself, I am awake and aware. So let's bring your attention back to your body. Once again, notice the places of your body that are in contact with the surface beneath you. Bring your attention to the front of your body and just kind of notice here how the sensations are different in the different places of your body that are not constricted by the pressure against the floor or the surface beneath you. Notice your breath. Notice your breath in the back side of your body and in the front side of your body. Once again, notice the right side of your body. Notice the left side of your body. And then notice your whole body together. Bring to mind once more that heartfelt desire, what you want in life. Bring to mind once more that inner resource, that memory or fantasy that makes you feel grounded, content, and secure. Let's return your attention to your body. Just notice if your body feels any different here compared to the beginning of class. Let's notice the breath. And let's try 3 more of those extended exhales. Just remember, breathe in through the nose, fill your belly. I'll do a clapping count of 4. And then when you exhale, just release the tension from your belly. Just let it contract towards your spine and go a little bit longer. So let's inhale, fill your belly, breathe in. And then exhale, release a little bit slower. Inhale again. And then slowly, slowly exhale. Let this be the biggest inhale ever today. Breathe in. And again, slowly exhale. Good. Now I invite you to come back to your intention, that theme. Let's repeat it silently, mentally to yourself 3 times. Here we go. Good. Before you open your eyes, let's just remember the room that you are in. Remember those objects, textures, items in the room. And then start to slowly wiggle your toes, your fingers. Bring a little bit movement into the wrists, the feet, the ankles. If you're laying flat on your back, maybe bend the knees and maybe invite the knees in towards your chest. If you're seated, maybe you'll be doing some little shoulder circles. If you have your knees into your chest, do some little knee circles. That's often very wonderful for your back. And if you're unable to bring the knees into the chest, maybe you just take one knee out to the side, the other knee towards that knee, back to the center, and over to the other side. Again, just bringing in a little bit of movement here. Good. And then I invite you, if you so choose, to come up to seated. So maybe roll over onto your side slowly. Again, when we come from a horizontal position to a vertical position, there can be this little equilibrium shift. So I invite you to do this slowly. And then the hand that's in front of you, you can push into that hand, maybe come halfway up, just kind of notice, do I feel dizzy or not? If it's okay, continue back up to a seated place. So again, coming up to seated, there can be this equilibrium shift. So what I like to do is just place my hands on my heart center and my chin towards my chest as I just breathe here for a moment. Again, that usually will get anything that's kind of wiggling around to cease for a bit. Good. And in fact, let's go ahead and your hands can be together or again, hands stacked upon your heart or resting comfortably on your lap. But I invite you to drop your chin towards yourself just in gratitude of you showing up tonight. So let's think of one thing that we're grateful for tonight, or an idea of gratitude. And, just simply acknowledge that thing that you're grateful for today. Bring them into your heart space. You can either stay here or continue into slumber, whatever you choose today, or lift your eyes, your chin to look forward, and we'll end our practice with our ending sayings. So the light in me honors and respects the light in you. Let's take the peace, the strength, and the understanding, and that little attitude of gratitude, and let's pass it on. Namaste, which means the light in me honors and respects the light in you. This concludes our practice of Yoga Nidra.